8 early signs of fatty liver you should never ignore. The liver is like a super important machine in our body. It does a lot of work to keep us healthy. It helps get rid of bad stuff and processes what we eat and drink. But there's a problem called fatty liver disease that's becoming more common. It's sneaky because it doesn't show many signs at first. Fatty liver disease happens when too much fat builds up in the liver cells. This makes it hard for the liver to work as it should. Knowing the signs early on is super important. It helps doctors help us in time. Some signs could be feeling tired or having pain in the belly. Sometimes, people might not notice any signs at all. That's why it's tricky. To catch it early, doctors might do some tests like blood checks or scans. If we catch fatty liver disease early, there are ways to manage it. Eating healthy and being active can really help. So, keeping an eye out for any strange signs and talking to a doctor if something feels off can make a big difference for our liver's health. Understanding fatty liver disease. Fatty liver disease comes in two main types, one because of drinking too much alcohol and the other not connected to alcohol. The first type, called alcoholic fatty liver disease, happens when someone drinks a lot of alcohol. The second one, known as non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, isn't about drinking alcohol. It's more tied to things like being very overweight, having problems with insulin, which controls sugar in our bodies, and a mix of issues known as metabolic syndrome. Let's start with the early signs of fatty liver. Number 1, unexplained weight gain. Unexplained weight gain, especially around the belly, could be an early sign of fatty liver disease. When someone gains weight without a clear reason, it might mean their liver isn't working well. This can happen because of something called insulin resistance, which messes with how the body uses sugar. Sometimes, the liver isn't as good at handling fat, and that can cause the belly to get bigger even if a person doesn't eat a lot. If someone notices they're gaining weight and they're not sure why, especially around their belly, it's smart to talk to a doctor. They can check if it's connected to fatty liver disease or something else. Number 2, dark urine and pale stools. Changes in urine and stool color can sometimes signal a problem with the liver. If urine becomes dark and stools turn pale, it could mean the liver isn't working as it should. The liver helps process a waste product called bilirubin. When the liver isn't doing well, bilirubin might not get processed right, making the urine dark and the stools pale. If someone notices their pee turning darker than usual or their poop getting paler, it's important not to ignore it. These changes might be connected to the liver not functioning properly. Checking in with a doctor can help figure out what's going on and if it's linked to fatty liver disease or another issue. So, paying attention to these color changes can be a clue that something might need checking in the liver's health. Number 3, changes in skin health. Fatty liver disease can sometimes affect the skin in different ways that might signal a problem with the liver. If someone notices their skin or the white parts of their eyes turning yellow, it could mean something's up with their liver. This yellowing is called jaundice. Also, if the skin starts itching a lot or if bruises show up easily without a clear reason, it could be linked to the liver not working right. When the liver isn't doing well, it might not filter things like it should, which can cause these skin changes. These signs might suggest that the liver isn't working as it normally does. It's important to talk to a doctor if these skin changes happen. Number 4, visible signs of insulin resistance. Signs like feeling very thirsty, needing to pee a lot, and having blurry vision might be linked to high blood sugar levels. When someone's body has trouble using insulin well, that means insulin resistance, sugar levels in the blood can go up, leading to conditions like prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. These high sugar levels can also play a part in causing fatty liver disease. So, noticing these signs, like being super thirsty all the time, going to the bathroom a lot, and having trouble seeing clearly, could mean there's an issue with how the body handles sugar. It's a good idea to speak with a doctor if these signs show up. Number 5, fatigue and weakness. Feeling really tired and weak for no clear reason might be an early sign that something's up with the liver. When the liver isn't working as it should because of fatty liver disease, it can mess with how the body stores and gives out energy. So, if someone feels super tired all the time, even when they've had enough rest, it could be linked to the liver not doing its job right. This tiredness might stick around and not go away easily. Talking to a doctor if this fatigue and weakness don't seem normal can be helpful. Number 6. Swelling in the abdomen and legs. As fatty liver disease gets worse, sometimes the body starts holding onto extra fluid. This can make the belly swell up and the legs and ankles get puffy. This swelling happens because the liver isn't working well, and it's a sign that things might be more serious. When someone notices their belly getting bigger or their legs and ankles swelling up without a clear reason, it could mean the liver problem has gotten worse. This fluid retention is a sign that the liver isn't doing its job properly, and it might be in a more advanced stage of not working well. If someone sees these signs, especially the swelling, it's really important to talk to a doctor as soon as possible. Number 7. Abdominal discomfort. If someone feels discomfort or a little pain on the upper right side of their belly, it could be a sign that the liver has gotten bigger because of fat buildup. At first, this discomfort might not be too strong, but if it keeps hanging around, it's important not to ignore it. When the liver gets bigger because of fatty liver disease, it might cause this kind of discomfort in that area. It's a sign that the liver might not be working as well as it should. Talking to a doctor about this discomfort, especially if it keeps going on, is a smart move. Number 8. Elevated liver enzymes. During regular blood tests, doctors can check for higher levels of certain liver enzymes, like alanine aminotransferase and aspartate aminotransferase. These enzymes normally stay inside liver cells. When liver cells get hurt or swollen, these enzymes can leak out into the blood. High levels of these enzymes in the blood might signal that there's something wrong with the liver, like fatty liver disease. These tests can help catch liver problems even if there aren't any obvious symptoms yet. If the levels of these enzymes are high, it could be a sign of potential fatty liver disease or other issues with the liver. So, if the blood tests show these enzymes are elevated, it's important to follow up with a doctor. They can look more into what's happening with the liver and figure out the best steps to take for treatment or further tests. Fatty liver disease presents subtle signs like fatigue, skin changes, and abdominal discomfort. Prompt action, including seeking medical advice and requesting liver enzyme tests upon noticing these cues, is crucial for early detection. Managing this condition early is key to safeguarding long-term liver health and preventing complications. If you found this video helpful and want more valuable content like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Your support means the world, and subscribing helps us continue creating content you love. Thank you for watching and being part of our community.